recognize the gentleman from California.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank the committee for marking up this bill today. In this session, it was folded into the Fix Our Forests Act, which the Senate has yet to act upon. I'd like to get this freestanding bill over there in hopes it'll present a simpler option for consideration if that helps. It's simpler because it proposes not a new policy, but simply extends an existing law that was passed with bipartisan support and signed into the WIN Act by President Obama in 2016. That law provided a categorical exclusion from the National Environmental Policy Act for forest thinning projects up to 10,000 acres under certain conditions, but it had to be limited to the Tahoe Basin Management Unit because of amendments in the Senate. Under NEPA, a simple forest thinning project requires an average of 4 years of environmental studies that produce reports often exceeding 800 pages. They cost millions of dollars to produce, often more than the value of the timber we're removing. Federal timber auctions that once produced millions of dollars to the federal government now cost money, so not a lot of it gets done. As I pointed out earlier, federal timber harvests in the Sierra have declined 80% as a result, while acres destroyed by fires increased concomitantly. There are only two ways for timber to leave our forest. Either we'll carry it out or nature will burn it out. The Lake Tahoe categorical exclusion has now been in effect for 9 years. It's taken the review time for thinning projects from 4 years down to less than 4 months. It's cut the reports from 800 pages down to a few dozen. Under this authority, the Tahoe Basin Management Unit has increased the removal of excess timber from 1 million board feet a year to an average of 9 million board feet a year. Treated acreage in the Tahoe Basin has now tripled. When the Caldor fire broke out last year, it was out of control. It was bearing down on the city of South Lake Tahoe. But the fire hit a tract on the Pioneer Trail that had been treated under this new authority. It lay down and the firefighters were able to stop it. South Lake Tahoe was saved. The town of Grizzly Flats wasn't so lucky. It's next door in the El Dorado National Forest. For more than a decade, land managers have tried to thin the trestle project that everyone knew was a clear threat to Grizzly Flats. It was held up by environmental laws and the endless litigation arising from them, and still had not been undertaken when the same Caldor fire hit that densely overgrown tract, exploded, and incinerated the entire town. Mr. Chairman, as the Forest Service used to say, only you can prevent forest fires. Maybe not all of them, but I can say with confidence that this bill will minimize many forest fires and save many communities from the catastrophe visited on towns like Grizzly Flats. The forests in the Tahoe Basin Management Unit are now slowly returning to health and fire resiliency. We need to extend those same proven practices to the rest of our federal lands, and I think we should not waste any more time. So with that, I'll yield back and ask for adoption of the bill.